What's up, people who clicked on this video and decided to watch this for some odd reason, but I'm glad you did because now we're here together. Let's get started. The first question of the throwback tag is, what year were you born in? I was born in the year of 2001. Question number 2, do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I will show them to you right now. Cue ugly montage of me when I was younger. What TV shows did you grow up watching? That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Phil of the Future, let's see, what else did I watch as a young child? Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, and I used to love the show Maya and Miguel. If y'all ever watched that, it's kind of like a Spanish-speaking show, but it's about two twins, and they have this little parrot, and it was my favorite show ever on television, so go watch it. It's on Netflix, actually, so. Childhood. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? I want to be an interior designer. No, when I was younger, I wanted to be a clothing designer. I used to have, like, huge books that I used to make and, like, design clothes, and I thought I was going to be, like, the next Coco Chanel, but I'm not. I can't draw at all, so. You know, I had big dreams back when I was a kid, but now I want to be an interior designer when I grow up, so. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. Cue video! Okay, so this is like my 7th birthday party, and I was in kindergarten. Girl, you whack that pinata. Oh, Mom, you go. And then, like, the best day of my life, it started raining candy. And then, of course, I got a High School Musical present for my birthday. Look at the gap in between my teeth. Oh. All they filmed was my sister. This was supposed to be my birthday party. What was I wearing? Just jeans, white long sleeve shirt, and then a dress over top of that. Like, what? Girl, this is my present. Get your hands off of it. You are lucky. Just wait till you get an iPhone, kid. Yeah, just jumping. My dad just, like, throws me and my friends. Wow. What were your favorite toys to play with? I used to have the first ever DS that came out, like the Nintendo DS, and I used to play that non-stop, constantly, every single day. It was my life, and I used to play Mario Kart, and I was so proud of myself for winning Rainbow Road every time, so, you know. What's the most embarrassing thing that you can remember doing? Okay, the most embarrassing thing I can remember hey. The most embarrassing thing I remember doing as a child was I was in kindergarten, and I was in gym, and I was in PE, I guess you could call it, in elementary school, I don't know. So I was in PE class, and I really had to go to the bathroom, but I was too afraid to ask the teacher. So I was trying to hold it in, wait until the end of class so I could go, but I couldn't hold it in any longer, and I peed all over the gym floor. And then still to this day, I'm called Pee-Pee Pants because of kindergarten. So, yeah. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. Okay, so this is something I wrote when I was in 1st grade. Technically, I was in 1st grade, but it's the beginning of 1st grade. I was kind of coming out of kindergarten, and we had to write this thing, this little book. I don't know if you can see it. We had to write this book about memory that we had sometime in our life. So this is what I wrote about going to the beach. One time, when me and my family went to the beach, everybody was excited to be there. After we got out on the hot, warm sand, me and my sister built a sandcastle. The sandcastle was big, and it had windows and seaweed and water. After that, I saw my brother Alex skimboard. He got the skimboard from this place called Bert's Surf Shop. It was tie-dye red, blue, yellow, and purple. After we went to the beach, we went and ate lunch. We had sandwiches and shrimp. The food was good, but my dad cooks better. We had a fun weekend at the beach. I hope that we can go back next summer. And then at the end, we had to write, like, about the author or whatever. And I said that my favorite food is cookies. That happened. 3 songs you loved to listen to as a child.
Everybody tells me that it's so hard to make it, it's so hard to break it, and there's no way to fake it. Everybody tells me that it's wrong what I'm feeling, and I shouldn't believe in the dreams that I'm dreaming. I hear it every day, I hear it all the time. I'm never gonna amount to much, but they're never gonna change my mind. No. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say? He wanted her, she'd never tell. I'm hot, you're cold. You go around like you know who I am, but you don't. You've got me on my toes. I'm slipping into the lava.
What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? Well, I wanted to be, I guess, a witch one year, and I found this really cheap, like, costume. It was horrid, and there was a long witch hat, sort of, and it was all blue. It was like the ugliest color blue you could have ever thought of in your life. And I had like this long robe on, and I had like this fake wand, probably like just a stick or something. I don't freaking know, but yeah, that was the most stupidest thing that I've ever thought of, ever. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. There was this one time when I was in kindergarten. Kindergarten was probably the worst year for me ever of my life. I hated my teacher. Absolutely despised her. I hated her. Worst teacher I've ever had, ever. And, okay, so, and then, of course, I peed all over the gym floor, as I told you before, and then, we had this one, like, it was called, like, specials, and one of them was Spanish. We had to learn Spanish when we were in kindergarten. Really? I barely even knew my letters of the American alphabet when I was in kindergarten, and then I have to learn Spanish. I don't know why we had to do that, but, yeah, and I used to be so scared of the Spanish teacher. Like, she was kind of a big lady, and she had gray hair, and she freaked me out. I don't know why. I hated going to Spanish. I hated it. And one time, I remember, I was like, please don't make me go to Spanish, like, crying, real tears. I was like, please don't make me go. I want to call my mom. Please don't make me go to Spanish. And in front of everyone, in front of the whole class, people used to think of me as like a crybaby, like the kid who peed all over the gym floor. Like, I had a horrible childhood, apparently. So, yeah, I was like crying. My teacher made me go. She's like, no, you're going to go into that class with everyone else, and you're going to sit in there, and you're going to learn Spanish. So I was like a child. They were just screaming at me to go into Spanish when I hated it. I despised Spanish. I didn't want to go. I wanted to call my mom and just be like, Mom, come pick me up. Like, I was crying, real tears. They made me go, so that was something I remember happening to me when I was younger. Like, scarred me for life, but, you know, it's all good. You know. What was something weird you used to do as a child? I didn't really do many weird things when I was a child. Actually, there was one thing that I used to do, and some of y'all may find this very gross, and yeah. I used to smell my feet when I was a child. I don't know why I would ever want to do that, but I did. I used to, like, sit down in the middle of my room and just, like, smell my feet. Like, I don't know why. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I have this from when I was younger. My uncle and my aunt gave this to me, my 6th birthday party, like the video that I showed you before. So that was from that birthday party. I got that at that. And then I have this Justice pocketbook thing, purse, that I got when I was 7 years old. I bought it with my own money, and it was probably the best thing that I could have ever thought of that I could have bought. And it's blue, and I used to carry it around with me everywhere. I used to carry my Barbie dolls in it, my Polly Pockets, my everything in it. Yeah, and I used to carry it around my house and pretend I was a supermodel and like put on little fashion shows in my little purse, like sporting the new style. Like, I don't know, but I used to think it was like the best thing ever in the world. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? I went to King's Dominion, which is like an amusement park, and I went there, and I used to be obsessed with Dora when I was younger. Like, everything I had was Dora, 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 Dora. Everything I had, my room was Dora, everything I had. So we went to King's Dominion, and Dora, like, you know how in Disneyland they dress up like Mickey Mouse? Well, there they dressed up like Dora. And I was so excited to meet her. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Dora. I'm going to love her. I'm going to give her a big hug. And then when I got there, she was like 10 feet tall. Like, I was a little child looking up, and I was scared to death of her. She had like this huge head, this huge body and everything, and I was freaking scared. And I didn't want to meet her. I cried. I was like, Mom, please don't make me go up there. No, I'm not. And she's like, we drove all this way for you to meet Dora, and now you're not going to do it. So I was a little crybaby chicken when I was a kid. How is the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? When I was younger, I had no responsibilities. I had no care in the world about what I did, when I did it, you know, just living my life as a little kid, and I enjoyed every single second of it. Now we have the stress of everyday life as a teenager, to worry about school and studying and getting good grades and thinking about my future and all this other stuff. And it's so stressful. When I was a kid, I really wish I was a kid again. I know you see this all over the internet, all over everywhere, but it's true. Like, I still wish that I was a kid, and when I was a kid, I wish that I was older. And I still wish that I was older, and I still wish I was a kid. But, you know, just enjoy your time in life before you have to start worrying about your actual future and your, like, real life when you grow up and everything else. Just enjoy life in the moment and live every day good. That's the advice for the day. Ding! That is the end of the throwback tag. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, because I appreciate it a lot, and it makes me happy, and it makes me filled with joy. But anyway, so yep, make sure to comment down below any of your answers to these questions, and I tag you to answer these questions next. So go, 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 go. Answer these questions. Make sure to also subscribe to our channel for more videos every week. Guys, thanks you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Later. Adios. 'Cause the players gonna play.